Alright, it is, I don't know what time it is, but it's really early. And we've made it to the airport. They told us to show up 3 hours early. We figured that'd be a little ridiculous, but we're here anyway, and just as we expected, it is empty. We're just here waiting on our people to show up so we can get our bags checked and they can make sure we have all of our necessary documents. So, my lovely wife, and we will see you guys on the plane. We made it through security. Had my first time of getting my bag searched, but all is good. Now we're just trying to find our gate. Ever since 2019, after we took a trip to Iceland, we've actually been planning on doing some longer term traveling and eventually moving into full-time travel. Now we're finally getting to do exactly what we set out to do, and that is travel full-time, and we've started in the lovely country of Mexico. All right, we landed in Cancun and we're going to pick up our bags and go through customs or something like that and head to our Airbnb. Hey guys, I'm Michael.
And I'm Mariah.
And we are Alt Life Vlogs.
Bow!
First full day in Mexico. We got ready and went to the beach. It's very close. It's literally only just a few minutes of a walk away. So we went to the beach, enjoyed that. Walking to the beach, there was a police truck that started coming down the road, and in the backs of these pickup trucks that said police on the side, there were multiple officers standing in the back with like this like roll bar, and these police officers were decked out in like military camouflage, bulletproof vests, helmets, the full getup, and holding full-blown rifles, and they just were going down the street, and they actually got out of their vehicles and went onto the beach, and we had to like walk right through the middle of the group of police officers just to even get like to the actual swimming area.
Just because that's where we chose to go in at. We didn't know
Right.
where all the entrances were, so.
Yeah, so just the closest entrance to our Airbnb that we decided to go through is where they were all standing, and so we kind of hesitated for a second, like, should we find another way in? Are we allowed to go through here? Because this was a completely new experience for us, and so we were like, well, we'll just go. I mean, it seems like everything's okay, but not really sure. And so we walked straight through the middle of them. No one said anything. We just kept going, and it was perfectly fine. And then they ended up patrolling the entire beach, walking a really good distance
In full
uniform, long sleeve
military
uniforms and pants, boots, vests, something to cover their face, and they had helmets on and holding their rifles, and they would just walk and just kind of survey the area and just make sure that
we were too scared to take a picture, so
Yeah.
we're probably not going to see one.
Apparently it is okay to take pictures of it, and I think they're kind of used to that, especially from tourists, but that was something that was definitely interesting, because at first our initial reaction was, what's going on? But everything was fine, and I think that's just kind of how they do things here. From their perspective, it just, that sends the message of this is a safe area because we're on top of things and we're policing the area. So yeah, that was really kind of scary, but really interesting to see. I'd never seen that before. We decided after swimming, because that always makes us hungry, we'd find a place to eat just to get something quick so we wouldn't have to go to the store. We were so hungry because we hadn't eaten since we got to Mexico. Yeah, we just wanted something quick and easy.
We decided to look on TripAdvisor because it's hard to tell where's good and where's not. We scrolled down just a little bit, and I think it was the number 4 best restaurant in Playa del Carmen is this place called Senor Frogs. They're like, okay, it's right here. We're going in. We're starving. The food is alright.
The food was alright, and it was definitely not cheap.
It cost like $30 US.
Not our overall best experience food-wise. It somewhat satisfied the hunger a little bit, but that $30 was for 3 tacos for me and 3 tacos for Mariah. No sides, no chips, nothing, just 3 tacos each and 2 Cokes, which you don't get refills on, by the way. So yeah, it was pretty steep. So that's when we decided to look up what grocery stores were close by, and we saw that there was actually a Walmart. And so we figured, well, that's something that we at least know. It's our first day here. We're gonna go do that because we kind of know what the prices are. So we went to Walmart and got some groceries, nothing too crazy, but
we practically got lost on the way to Walmart. I'll start out by saying that. We were still wearing our same clothes from the beach, wet bathing suits, and feet covered in sand because it's like impossible to find a foot wash station. So we walked for 15 minutes to get to Walmart. We're already dead by the time we get there.
And we're laughing because it was such a fun experience getting to and from Walmart. We got lost on the way to Walmart, finally found it. We go in, get our stuff, and then that's when we decide to find a way on Google Maps what the fastest route is to get back to our Airbnb from Walmart.
We had to get help finding the right stuff with our broken Spanish because nobody really knows English at all. They didn't have any plastic bags at the self-checkout. And also, we couldn't find any of the reusable shopping bags.
Nope.
We still haven't.
Yeah, we did have our beach tote bag that we used to take our groceries home. So we filled that up and we're like, okay, we're ready to go. And then we looked up how far it was from Walmart to our Airbnb. And I'd say it's probably, I think it's like 1.4 miles one way. So that's a good distance when you're carrying some semi-heavy grocery items.
In sandy flip-flops and a bathing suit.
You just want to lay down in bed, but your bed is miles away.
A mile away.
Yeah, it felt like miles. So finally, after what felt like hours and miles of walking, we finally made it to our Airbnb. We got everything put up. Our arms and shoulders and feet and legs, everything was extremely sore.
I had shrimp juice all down the whole front of my body.
First day was definitely a long day, but we made it through. And each day has gotten significantly better every single day. In the first week, it took us a couple days to really kind of get a grasp of where different things were at and what was all right around us. But
now 1 week here and we pretty much got it figured out. The streets they actually make sense compared to a lot of things in the US. Like here the streets run in 5s, like 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, not the streets, the avenues run in 5s. And then the streets that are perpendicular to the avenues run in 2s. And it's actually really easy to figure out now. But that Monday, whenever we went to Walmart, we said we'd never go back. It was the worst thing ever. Yeah. Anyways, the next day.
The second day we got up, we went to the beach again. But then on day 3...
It was your birthday.
That was my birthday. I turned 27 and...
He wanted a burger.
Yes, I wanted a burger even though we were in Mexico. I love cheeseburgers. And they had a place right across from Walmart called 3XL Burger. Mariah's already not a huge fan of cheeseburgers in general, but she said mine tasted better than hers though. So I made a good choice for my birthday. But then also we went to the Quinta Alegria, which is one of the malls here in Playa del Carmen, and that was a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, it was cool because you go into it and you think it's gonna be a normal mall, but it's kind of hot, and then a few minutes into it we realized it's so hot because there's not four walls on this thing. Like one of the sides of the mall, there's no wall there, so like it's almost open air. And whenever you walk out, you walk straight onto Fifth Avenue. So we had been to Fifth Avenue a couple days prior, and we really weren't impressed because it was just a bunch of, I don't know, just a bunch of what I would describe as heckling.
A bunch
going
of
on.
in your face,
Yeah.
pushy salesman type stuff.
But then the stretch of Fifth Avenue after that mall, it's not quite like that. Like it'll still happen some, like people calling out to you, wanting you to come into their shop or into their restaurant, but it was a lot better.
It was a lot better. They had it was a good mixture of like restaurants and like
Some chain stores.
Yeah, some chain stores that we were used to seeing in the States, but then also some handcraft shops, and then tourist information centers and stuff like that all along the way. So there's just a lot going on right there.
And you can see the beach from Fifth Avenue as well.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yep. And then as we kept walking, we saw this big statue that's down there. Like you see it in pictures whenever you Google Playa del Carmen.
It's a really neat statue, kind of an interesting shape, and so it's actually called the Portal Maya statue.
And then we walked a little bit further, and that's where the big ferry to Cozumel takes off. And then a little bit further, you run into another mall that's similar to the other one, kind of open air. And that kind of capped off our walk.
Yeah. Yeah, and all this, Playa del Carmen is literally straight across from the island of Cozumel. So you can actually see the buildings from the beach in Playa del Carmen. And so there's lots of people that come over on the ferry to go down Fifth Avenue in Playa del Carmen. So you'll see them coming off the ferry and rolling their suitcases around and going to all the different shops too. So a lot of back and forth throughout the day between the two places. That was pretty well it for day 3. The next day, we decided to try a local pizza place called Don Chindo. We had a appetizer that was pretty interesting. Mariah wasn't as big a fan of it. They described it as sort of like a cheese stick. I can't remember the exact name of what it was called, but
it was basically bread with some kind of melty cheese on top. It was a piece of bread, a piece of French bread or something probably, with a slab of cheese. And then the whole thing was breaded and deep fried.
But yeah, so the pizza place was really good. And then
it was open air, just like a lot of the other stuff is. No front wall on it.
Like you just go straight from the sidewalk and you just walk right in from the sidewalk. That's how most of the places are.
Yeah. So therefore it's very hot.
Yeah. They just have fans blowing on you sometimes. The next day, we decided to walk down Quinta Avenida again and just do some filming and just further explored.
I think we went back to Walmart.
Yeah.
One of the days that we went to Walmart, it seems like we went to Walmart a lot, but one of the days we went to Walmart because we needed to go to the ATM and get money out, which worked out just fine. We didn't do anything else on Friday, but on that day, we decided to get big water jugs instead of the smaller bottles because we kept going through these smaller bottles really quickly. We got these 5-liter ones, and Michael had to carry 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of these bad boys.
All the way to
1.5 miles, farmer carry. Yeah, they were heavy. My forearms were on fire by the time I made it home. Our first trip to Walmart, the really bad trip, we had gotten a case of like 6 or 8 bottles. Those water bottles didn't last very long, so we decided to get some bigger jugs and just refill 2 water bottles.
Yeah, because you can't drink the tap here.
Yeah, if you drink it, I guess it can make you sick.
Also, I know we keep saying we kept going to Walmart, but the closer places that we have is this convenience store called OXXO, and then also 7-Eleven.
They're a lot more expensive.
You can get one of the water bottles that we like. I think it's a 1 liter.
Yeah.
You can get the 1 liter water bottle at Walmart for 6 pesos. And then you can get the same bottle of water, same brand, everything from 7-Eleven for
17.
Yeah, like 17 pesos.
Yeah.
So it's already highway robbery.
Yeah.
And then the same bottle, same brand at the OXXO convenience store, it was 30 something pesos.
Yeah.
So that's why we keep going to Walmart.
Yeah. It's just really nice. Always everyday low prices.
Then on Saturday we were gonna go to Cozumel, but my toe was killing me. I did something to it.
Yeah.
Jammed it or something.
Mariah she could hardly walk. So we decided to make Saturday just a lounge day. And
yeah, but then we went out for dinner and we finally found a place that we like.
Yes.
And go figure, it's a local place.
It is a local place. They have multiple locations, and the restaurant is called El Fogón, and it is fantastic. Whenever we went the first time, it was really hot, but we went in the evening, so it did cool down a little bit, but it was just real close quarters. I mean, we may not have been the only tourists in there, but
we were the only white people in there.
Yeah.
So the menu was only in Spanish.
Yeah, the menu is only in Spanish. We had to kind of ask some questions and use our Translate app a little bit.
Use our
broken
broken
Spanish.
The waiters didn't know it either, but we kind of accidentally went to like the most local one.
Yeah.
Like, because the other locations seemed to be a little bit more English friendly, but this one was not.
Yeah.
Which was fine.
Yeah, it was a great experience, and the food is awesome. It's not expensive at all.
It was super cheap.
And it is very, very good. So I got the quesadillas, which it didn't say on the menu how many came with that. I just figured it'd be just one big quesadilla, or just one. But
it was 3.
It was 3 quesadillas, and so I got steak quesadillas, and it was just steak and cheese and tortillas, which is very simple. It doesn't sound like much, but it was very good. And then Mariah got 3 tacos al pastor, and then we got chips and guacamole
And 2 Cokes.
and 2 Cokes. And so they actually did charge for the chips. You don't get mini chips, and they don't just set them out for you like we're used to when you go to a Mexican restaurant. You do pay for the chips and sides, but
barely.
Yeah, barely.
Everything we just said was only $13 US.
Yeah, it was 13 something, and that was with a 15% tip. Yeah, way cheaper than $30 a meal for 3 tacos each. And the food is it was really, really good.
Yeah,
Like
we went back the next night.
Yeah, we went back the next night. We couldn't stop thinking about it. Yeah,
So.
that's pretty much our entire week. Everything has gotten better, and we're to the point now where we have a pretty firm grasp of where we're headed when we leave to just go out exploring, and we are still actively trying to learn more and more Spanish.
Yeah, especially too because of where we're going next, which you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below and hit the little bell next to it so you'll get notified every time we come out with a new video.
Yeah, and next time, hopefully it'll be more of a vlog. A lot of the footage we got this week, the volumes weren't usable, or, we had various problems throughout the week. So that's why we're doing this sit down, but.
Yeah, and we have a lot of things planned coming up this week and over the next few weeks that we're gonna be doing some videos about. So got some really interesting content coming out. We can't wait for you guys to see it. And yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.